Hey guys, it's Quapper here. I've had my very awesome Battle Beaver controller here for the past half year or so. I wanted to do a proper review about it for a while. I've had the unboxing video saved for a while. And so I figure with my New Year's resolution here is a perfect time as any to actually do it. So that's what I'm going to do here, but first I'm going to include the unboxing video where I also have my raw reaction to opening it back in July. And then afterwards I will give my thoughts after having used it for half a year and what I would have changed about it with what I know at this point. So please enjoy the unboxing video. Alright, there's some personal information on this side here. I'm obviously not going to show that. I'm gonna open it up here. So what I ordered for this one was the smart D-pad. The smart D-pad, the more clicky L2 and R2 buttons, and the laser engraving on the laser engraving with Quapper on like the touchpad or whatever. You're good? That's good to hear. I'm doing pretty good as well. And also worth noting, the shipping on this thing, I can see on the package it says that it shipped on June 28th. Yeah, okay, so it's shipped all the way from Texas, it seems. Garland TX, I assume that's Texas. All the way to Denmark in about a week. That's really fast. That's really fast. Let's chop up this side as well. The side with all the personal information. I can actually open it. I'm a little nervous to see if, like, oh, did they get everything? Alright, I'm gonna take this one a little bit away just to make sure that the personal information doesn't show up. There you go. Hold all that down. Alright. Imagine it's broken. No, I don't want to imagine. Alright, we got the wire here. Oh, we got the protective case here with the Quapper engraved on it. Ah, that's great. Look at that. You can't see it, but I'm smiling from ear to ear right now. There's nothing else in the box, right? Nah, the box is empty. The rest of the box is empty. So there's a nice list here of everything that I ordered with it. Yeah, not really anything like special D-pad, special triggers. Yeah, alright. Let's open it up, I guess. I like the look of this thing actually. I really like it. It's cool. Let's see. This is USB-C to USB-C. All right. I have a USB-A to USB-C as well, though. I think I have a USB-C input in my USB hub. Oh! Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. That's really cool. It looks amazing? Yeah. Wow. That's so cool. And like I said, I ordered the D-pad here to be like the smart D-pad, where they're all like separate buttons, and you can probably see here, there's no response from any of the other buttons when I'm clicking these buttons, which is perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. No response from anything else. Just only the button that I'm clicking. Oh, and the L2 and R2 buttons are like, they don't go very far in, but I ordered the clicky versions. They feel really good. And welcome back to the present, half a year later. I've had the controller for a while now. I like to think I've gotten pretty used to it at this point. It took a little bit of getting used to it, given that I switched over from a DualShock 4 to a DualSense with a different kind of feel for the buttons. The reason I purchased it the way that I did is because when I was playing Tekken 8, when it released, I was playing on a DualShock 4, And the problem, in my opinion, with the DualShocks, the Dualsense, and probably also Xbox controllers, I've never had an Xbox controller, so I can't say for sure, is that the D-pad is all one button. You hit right, and the left button goes up. There's a little bit of feedback whenever you hit one of the buttons. And that kind of annoyed me, because that resulted a lot in me trying to do an attack in Tekken but getting the wrong input, because I didn't push the D-pad in the exact right angle. That kind of sucked, I think. I was at the time looking for another controller. I was trying to play on keyboard, but I couldn't really convert the inputs with my fingers, so I thought a hitbox or a leverless was gonna be something I was gonna take too long to get used to. So I figured I'd try to like combine the two, a leverless and a PlayStation controller, because I've been playing with a PlayStation controller my whole life, and I'm way more used to holding that than I am to clicking buttons on a leverless. And I think having the D-pad being 4 separate buttons has done a pretty good job at emulating a leverless. And if I do decide to go into using it with the claw grip, you know, holding it like this kind of thing, then I can probably do some pretty good like Korean backdashes or something like that. Because the way it works is if you hold back and forward, you get neutral. So the way you would Korean backdash with this is you hold back and then you just tap forward and bang and down. And then forward and down and forward and down. Because if you hold back, you're obviously holding back. And then you tap forward, then you get a frame of neutral, and then it goes to another back. Which means you essentially just get a backdash by doing that, which is really good. In terms of fixing the misinputs from having my thumb at the wrong angle, it's done a pretty good job at fixing that. I get way fewer misinputs like that, and when I finally do, it's because my thumb is fat. The L2 and R2 buttons are extra clicky as well, which feels really good. There's no resistance, it's instantaneous that I click it. Like I want to click it and then it's clicked immediately, not like I have to wait for like having to push it all the way in. Pause. In fact, I think it feels so good that I actually regret not buying the extra clicky L1 and R1 buttons as well, or the bumpers. And I kind of wish I'd also got the smart face buttons, I believe they were called, which I imagine would make the face buttons more clicky as well. I don't know for sure. I can make an educated guess because the smart D-pad is the one that I got, which is the more clicky ones and the ones that are separate buttons. The reason I want that is because if I want to do just frame inputs, you know, like an electric, for example, it's really awkward to do that with a D-pad that requires a different level of pressure than the face buttons. If I'm hitting down, neutral, down, forward, 2, it requires slightly different levels of pressure, which results in off timings by like 1 frame, which means I rarely get electrics. Which I've noticed recently now that I've started picking up Reina a little bit in Tekken. It wasn't a problem really when I played with my DualShock 4. They kind of required the same level of pressure on the D-pad and the face buttons, and the timing was pretty easy to learn with the same level of pressure required, you know? I looked into if I can purchase those parts separately and install them myself. It seems that's not a possibility. It seems I'll have to send the controller in if I want to do that. So I don't want to do that. That's gonna cost me a lot of money because they're in Texas and I'm in Denmark. But my opinion on the controller is I'm very happy with it. And the service from Battle Beaver I'm also very happy with. It's been excellent. I ordered the thing in the middle of May. I was told it would take 10 to 12 weeks, and I got it after about 7 to 8 weeks. So a whole 2 to 4 weeks faster than they had anticipated, which was great. And like I said in the unboxing video, it shipped really fast from Texas to Denmark, like it took a week. So if you want a custom controller then I can personally recommend Battle Beaver. They have an excellent builder or customizer, whatever you want to call it, on their website, where you can choose what the baseline controller is going to be, which kind of D-pad you want, which kind of face buttons, shoulder buttons, if you want anything done with the touchpad, if you want more or less resistance on the sticks on the controller. It's very good. A lot of options that you can tinker with. Again, if I were to change anything on this controller, it will be the smart face buttons instead of only the smart D-pad, so they have the same levels of pressure. And then I would also get the smart bumpers. So I basically make every single button on it more clicky instead of being squishy. That's what I would have changed from the controller that I got. Again, Battle Beaver, pretty good. I recommend it, and I hope you enjoyed this review. I'd like to take the end of this video to say thank you for a great start to 2025, actually. It's been insane. The first week of streaming was crazy. I reached Tekken God. I got rated by what I consider to be a pretty big personality within the Tekken community, MYK. Things are looking pretty good for 2025. Thank you. And I hope you'll stick around and join me in my future streams. By the time this video goes up, which should be the middle of Friday, I'll probably be asleep because I've been at a concert Thursday and I had an exam on Friday. So my next stream is probably going to be Saturday, which by the time this video goes up should be tomorrow. So I hope to see you there. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you for the next stream. Take care.